Welcome. It's a Johnny Minis Season 2, Episode 3. And we're back here for the Phoenix recap. It's a top 8 segment. And I can tell you it's been a great one today. Serious things have happened. Giants are falling. I can tell you that Flick was knocked out. He was knocked out in the league phase. I can also tell you that 2 champions have also been knocked out. That being Mr. Oga and Anif. Anif, the one who picked his first slot in Season 1. The Johnny Minis. But we're bringing in new players now. I can tell you we're going to have a new winner today, a new champion from everybody you might have seen from Season 1 to now. We had Farouk at the first one. Mitch, our ultimate champion from Season 1, actually took his spot. But the first person that will be coming into is a familiar face here. And I can tell you that YemiXP will be coming to the studio to speak with us. It's one you could say, people will say maybe he's a fan favorite right now with everybody left in the tournament. But let's welcome YemiXP into the studio. It's a great one. Yemi, please come into the studio. Let's have a talk with you. Great. How are you doing today, Yemi?
I'm very well, thank you.
Let's even talk about the tournament so far for you. You have 100% win rate so far. What will you say is a tactical or mental side that has helped you drive to this point?
So far so good. I've just been taking each game at a time. More focused on my defending because I think that's the main thing. Attacking is not an issue for me at all. Defending has always been my issue, so I'm more focused on the way I'm defending in today's tournament. So I think if I keep it up, I can easily win this whole thing.
You're speaking about defending. As we all know, this year the game is quite different.
Yeah.
And we know how it's really more attacking. It favors attacking players a lot. But how have you been able to find that balance between the attack and the defense? And what formation are you actually using to achieve this?
Okay, so I'm playing 4-4-1.
Okay, popular formation.
Yes, 4-4-1 has always been my formation. But the defensive aspect, I'm playing very high depth. So I'm hoping that I'm able to mark you out instead of you getting to my box at all. I feel like in the box, a lot of mistakes can happen, So I'm just preventing you from getting to that point.
Yeah, we obviously know you've gotten to this stage before, and obviously there are always bumps on the road, but you've kept coming back, and this is your first appearance here for Season 2. What will you say is your goal for Season 2?
The goal has never changed, really. I don't come here to come and be second or third. I always come here to win. So, I mean, if I come and I don't win, I'll come again. I'll keep coming again.
Yeah, if I go ask you, who are you looking to face? Is there anybody you want to call out with many top 8 players?
Call out. I'm not calling out, but I'm just showing my respect to Merlin. It's been wonderful in this
time. You knocked out Mr. Oga.
Knocked out Mr. Oga. I mean, that's a lot. That takes a lot to knock out Mr. Oga in a tournament.
Yes. That is really great speaking with you always, and hopefully you're able to achieve your goal. That's YemiXP here in the studio with us. I told you a lot of things have happened. I told you Mr. Oga was knocked out, but we'll bring in the next player very soon. And that man is Dayo. One also having 100% win rate. At the tournament so far. We're bringing in Dayo very soon to hear his thoughts on how the tournament has gone for him so far. With first timers, I would say they've been so good today. This man, you could say he should be a basketball player, but he's here to compete. In FC26 to show his skills. Welcome to the studio, Dayo. It's great having you today. I did tell you that this man is a tall man. Today. But for you as a first timer, how would you say the total tournament experience has been?
It's a lot of tension in the tournament. Like, you might think it's easy from your house, but you come here and feel the pressure. All the pro players in the country, most of them are all here, and the other ones, they've all been here. So it's just pressure to just find the level you're at, if you're as good as you think you are.
But for you now, you're speaking about levels and the level of talent on show. How have you been able to push through in this game, mentally and tactically, actually? First of all, what team are you using currently?
First of all, I use Real Madrid, and to be fair, I'm just confident in my abilities. Like, I've always said I wanted to go for tournaments. I've just been lazy, giving excuses. So I just said, okay, let me go. I believe in my abilities, and let's just put it to test.
how we're speaking about putting things to test. There's one thing I noticed from you in the game. Like you use Gonzalo as your striker in the game. That's not something that people usually put Mbappe in that position. But you decided to put him on the right wing. What would you say was the decision, the reason behind that decision?
To be fair, I won my first 2 games, right? And I planned in my 3rd game to experiment. I didn't feel like I was playing well.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to experiment in that last game. I looked at the playstyles because 95 rated, they have different playstyles. I like having 5-star skillers in the front. Rodrigo was playing, so I wanted Mbappe to play because it's fast, it's better on the wing. Then I needed a big striker that can fight with the ball, and it worked well, so I just moved it.
Okay. That's really, looking at some of your scoreline, 7-2, 5-3. But would you say you're more of an attacking player? Because I've seen the high scoreline right here. You scored 32 goals so far, conceding just 11. But this is the knockout stages where you don't want to concede so much. Are you looking to be more pragmatic, or you're still going on the offensive?
I'm attack, and I'm not very good at defending. I admit that, and the game is hard to defend. So just who can score the most goals, you have to try and create. If you try and defend too much, you score it too much before you even start to attack. So that's my strategy, just attack.
Okay. Just even before coming to this tournament, you say you've been saying you want to come to tournaments before, but when you decided that you wanted to come, what will you say was the goal you set out for yourself before even getting to this top 8 segment?
To be fair, like I just always tell myself, try and win it. That I mean, at the end of the day, that's the goal. If that's not the goal, then it means you don't believe in yourself. So I said go to win it, but at the end of the day, I know there's a lot of top players, and at that level, most games are just 50-50. So you just have to try and put in your favor.
Oh, this is really great because we like the strong mentality, because in the end you must make sure that you have that mentality to take you in these knockout rounds, and hopefully that will be able to guide you through up to the you maybe even secure the Night of Champions slot, because doing that as a first timer is no small feat. It's great speaking with you. Hopefully next time I see you, you'll be a champion here at the Nest.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was the man Dio here in the studio with us. Really great one from him. That's the next person we'll be calling in. Just someone you know him as Brighto, but this time he changed his name to Toxic Greedy. So a really funny name. That man coming in next. A lot of insight with him in the commentary booths. Also, but it's great speaking to him. Brighto, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are you today? How's the tournament been for you?
It has been a bliss. I can't lie, because to be fair, I think I've played very well. I'm very composed defensively. I think I've conceded just 4 goals today.
No, 7 actually.
7?
Yes, 7 actually.
Okay. So like I think I've been playing well, and I like the way I'm playing. I hope to keep it up.
For you now coming, you obviously didn't attend the first 2 episodes due to all the things you had doing. But what will you say coming to tournaments like this? You always have 2 formations that you're looking at, or you are just sticking to one. You are not really tactically fluid.
Usually, I just stick to one formation. But recently, I now noticed that there are some opponents that their gameplay counters your gameplay. So you play your gameplay with another formation. So I just come with tournaments with 2 formations, 2 different formations. So that's just what I do.
Yes. That's really good. Even speaking, you had some interesting games. You drew with Curtis Lee. I think that's the only game you drew throughout.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Curtis Lee, someone you say he's a veteran here at the Nest. But you had other games: 2-1, 7-3 against Tommy. Also winning 3-1 against Adisa. Also Briggs, someone good, very good talent. Yeah. Also that game 4-0. But for now, how are you looking going to the knockout rounds? What are you trying to do different to make sure that you are not on that losing end, because you know how tricky the knockout rounds can be?
I'm looking, first of all, to make my defense more compact, more composed. That's what I'm looking at first. Then secondly, I'm looking to score more goals and preserve my lead, because that's one of the hardest things in this game. I heard Mr. Oga lost his game because he couldn't preserve his lead. Same with Anif. I just hope if I go ahead and I know how to keep my lead and then see of the game.
Yeah, it's an attacking game this year, a transition game, but in the end, everybody wants to keep that lead, because the defense is what's going to win you titles. Yeah, if you don't score enough of goals. That's the man, Toxic Greedy. I told you, there's a formation you do, a celebration you do, Rashford.
It's me.
You know. It's that man with the mentality. It's great having you in the studio, Toxic Greedy.
So much.
Yeah. We hope to see you in the final also.
Thank you.
Yes. That was that man. I can also tell you that we have other gamers here coming into the studio also. We will bring in Kamzi very soon. Someone who has been on this stage also at the top 8 segments, but he's not been able to push through to make sure he actually gets to that semi-final slot. But let's welcome Kamzi into the studio. My man Kamzi, you had a lot of fans outside rooting for you today. It's been chaos among everybody. But for you, how will you say, how have you been able to manage that emotion in the game? Because we've seen some of your games, they've been quite very close. But how have you been able to manage everything in total?
I've just been trying to play my best game so far. That's just it.
Your best has obviously gotten you to this point. But looking forward, I said before that you considered some goals. You played the games you played 3-2, 3-2, 4-2, 1-1, 3-2 also. But now we knockout stage. Are you looking to switch things up tactically, or you are sticking with what you came with?
Trying to. It depends on what I'm facing actually. So if I'm facing a tougher opponent, I would switch things up and make things work out for me.
I was watching your game on the main stage, and I saw how you were moving when transitioning. There are a lot of triggers for me also. We saw and with French team.
The game is about triggers actually.
Yeah, the game is about triggers actually. So I think that's a good part of your game. Your game against Skylar, that was one that I think was very, very interesting. Yeah. How were you able to manage it, considering that you were leading 3-0 up and he was already coming back in the game? How were you able to manage that moment at that time?
They say sometimes if you have tough exams coming your way, you have to read past questions. So before I played him, I've watched him and for that game several times, like say about.
So you had a little cheat code.
Yeah, so I knew his gameplay and what to use to.
Yes, yeah. This was great about the tournaments. These matches I played on YouTube, we are able to study your opponents, and actually, even in the end, you were able to beat him. Also taking that into this one. It's really great speaking to you, and hopefully, we're able to see you in the final, and you're able to progress past this stage where you've got into before. Yes, the sign of the cross right here from Kamzi. It's really great having you in the studio. We hope to see you again. Yes, that was Kamzi here with us in the studio. It's great. It's great speaking with him. But we're bringing in the next person coming into the studio, and that man is the one we call David. Coming in next. Kamzi, you can have your thing. Yeah, David coming in next. This one is another man who has had 100% win rate here. Today at the Johnny Mini Season 2 Episode 3. We expected champions to be at this point, but along the line, we also have giant killers. David is not new, he's not a new person to this scene, and I can tell you he had some interesting stats, scoring 29 goals and also conceding just 14. Welcome to the studio, David. The man wearing the Liverpool. Do you support Liverpool? So why are you wearing the Rivals jersey?
I just said I liked it.
Great. Let's dive into the tournament for you so far. You've had some scorelines: 8-4 against Police Boy. Also beating YemiXP, someone who is also very, very good. That's the game I actually want to speak about. How were you able to manage yourself in that kind of game, and how was your overall feeling of it?
Okay, before the game, you had beaten me, my guy, and Gibbs. Like, you had beaten the three of us last season.
Well, you came together.
So I was like, okay, no, it's not possible. Like, I was taking my revenge on this guy. So he was leading. I think he was leading 3-1 on the match. I was like, no, this guy's beating me again. I said, no, I just did change of formation mid game.
Yeah, speaking about formation, what formation are you using to actually perform today on this big stage?
Okay, I start with my basic 4-4-1.
Okay.
Then in game, if I see that it's hard that I need to control I'll just switch to like 4-5-4, 4-5-1.
Also, for the team you're using, what team are you using?
I'm using Chelsea.
Wow. I'm a Chelsea fan also, so that's actually really, really, really surprising. Yeah, these are one of the few times where we've seen someone use Chelsea here at the Johnny Minis, and is here in the quarterfinal. So this actually, I'm actually rooting for you right now, since you're using Chelsea. But let's look at some of the other games. You consider 14 goals so far in the tournament. Are you looking to lock up shop more year in the knockout rounds, or you're just still going to try and outscore your opponents?
I'll see, because I saw the goal score saying Yemi is passed me like 10 goals.
So your next opponent, you're looking to
Hopefully,
slaughter.
Hopefully, I'll try out.
That's great. It's great speaking with you, and hopefully you're able to achieve what you want to achieve. Well, thank you for coming to the studio, David. Yes, that was David here in the studio, giving us the Chelsea man. The Chelsea man also, that we could also say the next person we'll be bringing into the studio was that man we call King Arans. He came here last episode to announce himself, and he's back again here in the top 8 segment to come and show that yes, I can compete among the best of the best. Coming in with that Gunners jersey, even though he's a rival fan, we still have to speak with him to hear his thoughts here. Please have your seats, King Arans.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always great speaking with you. Are you still also going with the Arsenal team?
Yeah.
But from episode 2, obviously you eventually you were not able to secure the slot at the Night of Champions.
Yeah.
What would you say is the difference in your team selection or tactically that you've changed from episode 2 to up to now?
Okay. Compared to the last episode, I did not really understand, how 95 rated works. The gameplay is kind of slower than foot because I'm used to FUT. So I had to do some studying to understand, you need to understand the player's build, his height, the play styles he has, the extra positions he can play, the plus roles, and then you need to put a good tactics that can be good defensively and offensively, then put them in those respective roles. So I had to do that kind of homework so I can come back stronger.
So speaking about your team itself, I've seen some people use Arsenal on the main stage also, and they went with Eze and Odegaard.
Okay.
Yes, I will on the right. Usually people still go with Zubmendi. But how's your team selection looking, and what is the difference in terms of player picks?
Okay. For my 3 centre mids, because I play 4-5-1.
Okay.
I use Norgard, Mars Lewis Kelly, and Declan Rice.
I'm seeing short men.
Yeah. No.
I'm seeing. Kelly is quite short. I don't think he's not.
This guy is tall.
Tall.
At least 5'10". At least
5'10" is not still tall.
5'10".
That's still that. I think that's still like Pedri or
he's taller than Pedri.
He's taller than Pedri.
Yeah. Lewis Kelly, and he has the box-to-box plus, and he has the play styles of a CM, so he's fine.
This quite shocking. This Kelly is no one. He's no one I've actually expected. But in your attack also, because I think there was the time you used Madueke instead of Saka. Are you still sticking with that?
I interchange. Everyone I feel like using, honestly, they're like the same thing to me in the game. Yeah.
But your team itself. You know how dangerous the 4-4-1 can be against the 4-5-1. How do you tend to tackle that when all those problems come up?
Yeah, because a week ago I played Boyd and he used the 4-4-1, so I got to evaluate the game and see where the gaps open. If a 4-4-1 is facing a 4-5-1. So what people always fail to do is that they always follow the 3CM deep line playmaker build up, box to box playmaker. It's fine, they always play a playmaker or something. I think if you want to counter it, you need to make one of your center mids be on either holding ball winning if he has a plus role, or DLP defend, not build up. Norgard has the plus role, and Norgard is tall, so tall guys can intercept balls.
I really want to continue this conversation with you, but hopefully we'll be able to talk again when you are the champion of this episode. It's great having you, King Arams.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was King Arams. Yeah, the Arsenal man. You can have your leave. The Arsenal man. Yeah. Hopefully trying to bring a title. Something is close I've not been able to achieve in recent times. But that was King Arams. The next person we're bringing in now, I can tell you, he's one of those boys. When we're commentating with him, we call them the Egbeda boys. But that man, gone with 40, is that man we're bringing into the studio. Welcome, my man. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling so excited.
This is really great. Your games have been little bit of there, but so far, how would you say the tournament feel has been for you so far?
It's always been so competitive. Always. I've always been at round 16. My highest round 16. All these have been coming to the competition. So I'm really happy about it.
At this stage of the tournament, little mistakes can cost you being out because it's knockout rounds. But for you, when you come to tournaments like this, do you even prepare for penalties? Because we've seen people getting knocked out on penalties. Do you even prepare for penalties, or you are looking to win the game 90 minutes?
Always looking forward to win the game because penalty is a game of luck. You can't predict you be the winner. You only just have to try your luck.
Yeah, speaking in Spain, what team are you using currently, and what formation are you using to actually break down your opponents?
Actually, I normally use 4-2-1-2, but it seems very hard for me because I'm not able to play my game. But now I'm always on 4-4-1-1.
Yeah, the 4-4-1-1 is very, very popular. Yeah. Just looking at some of your games, you even played your friend. But okay, winning that one 2-1. Kamsi also, you won that one 3-2 against BB 4-1, but you lost to Flick 6-3. I think from that point, I think that was like a changing point for you where so we know the first few games are obviously those ones that actually take you by surprise, but you've been able to at least even get into. You said this is your first time at this stage. But before coming to, where was your minimum target also?
I mean, target was like get to the semi-finals. Like at least let me just make a step ahead of my previous position.
It's always great speaking with you, and I enjoy how you also approach the game, and hopefully we'll be able to see you at the stage. We'll get to the final and eventually win it all, because that's the goal every game I want. It's really good. It's really good speaking with you. Yes, that's that man. As you said, we call him gone with 40. You may have your leave right now with 40. We'll bring in the next person. That man, I can tell you, he has a magical wand on his hand. He came into this tournament with the nickname or the gamer tag Merlin. He's been able to maybe even cast some spells on his opponents. He's been able to cast some spells on his opponents to eventually get to this stage. Yeah, the one, Mr. Oga. He knocked out Mr. Oga at the Johnny Minis hype. So 7th champion from season 1. Merlin, welcome to the studio. You had 100% win rate so far. The penalty shooter, that's one I actually even want to speak about, because that's the more recent game that happened. At that point, you move your keeper to the right, and there was a lot of space on the left. What's the reasoning or tactical reasoning or mental side behind doing that during the penalty shootout?
Alright, so I feel like throughout the penalty shootout, everything between me and Mr. Oga, we were both calculating our movements. I knew that he was calculating when I knew I was calculating his. What we did most of the time was that we put the ball, like, he mostly played his balls low. So even if my keeper dives there, it goes under him. Yes. So I noticed that. Then, and I noticed that at a point, he would put it high. When he first put it high towards the left. That was the first time he put it high. Then he went low again. Then,
so he's studying patterns.
We were studying the patterns. It was a serious chess game. It's not even, it was a chess game. Then towards the end, when we were getting towards that end, when it was now his turn, I knew that he went left. Now he's going to go right. He must go right. Like, I was doing the mathematics in my head. And when he went right, I knew he won't go down. He will go up. So I just took the bet.
Let's even dive into the tactical aspect of the game. For you, what formation are you currently using, and how will you say that it has been really, really effective for you?
I'm using the default formation for PSG, the compact 4-3-3.
Okay, that's a new one actually. Every other person has been using either the 4-4-1-1, 4-2-3-1 wide, or 4-5-1. But how you say that compares to the other popular formations that people use, and how you say that formation breaks down other opponents?
Okay, I feel like when I use that formation personally, I'm the kind of person that likes to play that. I can build up slow, but once I've gotten towards your third quarter of the pitch, I like to play quicker.
Okay.
And that formation is like automatically the midfielders like Neves and Vitinha, they make overlapping runs. Even Fabian Ruiz. 3 of them, nobody's a DM, nobody's an attacking midfielder, nobody's a central. Everybody just making runs in behind. Anybody can play DM. So that's the main reason why I'm choosing that formation. I always use that formation. And also, depending on who I'm playing, if I notice the person is very attacking, it's very like attacking minded. I put my defenders, my wing backs
to sit.
To sit.
But if I notice that the person is not as strong,
You're not
I
sure.
let my wing backs
to go forward.
points. So
And
that's
because
the
we know
space.
how dangerous Hakimi and
and-
Nuno Mendes can actually be in the game. Just before I let you go, if you were to link your style of play to a particular manager, which manager will you say you actually play or your tactical prowess is linked to?
The way currently what's his name? Luis Enrique is playing. It's the same PSG. I feel like he's just embodying everything. The wing backs movement, the fact that no midfielder has a particular role.
Yeah.
The fact that then belly drops deep.
Yeah.
I try to replicate that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That was that man. I told you he had a magical wand. He's the man we call Merlin. He's been able to to cast a spell, and he's found himself here at the top 8 segment. It's been a great one. We're moving back to the quarterfinals. We're going to bring the blockbuster on the main stage. The fixtures will be out very soon. But as usual, please like and share the stream, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. A lot of content is going to come out for you. As you always know, it's excitement. These matches will be uploaded. But as usual, and always, life is a game. Press play.